We welcome everyone to this presentation to generate and plot accurate 2 and 3 phase flow functions using software. The software that we refer to is MSF-MAKER, that stands for Multi-Phase Saturation Function Maker. We developed this software. It is Microsoft Windows based software that implements robust equation to accurately match or fit 2-phase and 3-phase relative permeability, as well as capillary pressure data. The equation do not require arbitrary constraints or parameters to be specified. Input data do not need to follow any sequence, but the fitted saturation function will be a smooth isoperm or isopc lines as function of 2-phase saturation. The software have 3 modules. Module 1 can use 3-phase KR as well as PC data. If you have 3-phase PC data, you can have only KRO, KRG, KRW. You can have complete 5 parameters: KRO, KRG, KRW, PC, GO, PC, OW. It will generate for you 2-phase and 3-phase relative perm and cap pressure data. It demonstrates capability to use generated 2-phase KRPC data to reversibly reproduce originally matched 3-phase KR and PC data. Okay. And it uses generated 2-phase data to plot various existing 3-phase empirical KR model. It uses special method to rescale 3-phase KRPC data to selected minimum, maximum, and endpoint values. This is for reservoir simulation purpose. Module 2 uses any valid 2-phase KRPC input data, including those along SORM line of residual oil saturation, to interpolate for 3-phase KRPC data. Uses generated 2-phase KRPC to plot existing 3-phase KR model. Module 3 use 2-phase KR and PC input data, can be lab test. It can include drainage as well as imbibition data to generate 2-phase KRPC data for specified denormalization parameters. It also uses 2-phase KROG and KROW curve to generate 3-phase KRO. Input from 1 and 2 can be directly used for reservoir simulation. And lastly, it uses generated 2-phase data to plot various existing 3-phase KR model. This software has solved the following major problems. As you know, since 1940s till now, we has been experiencing difficulty and in plotting accurate isoperm. Lab tests had been very sophisticated, expensive, and time-consuming. Empirical three-phase KR models are still unable to match the lab test result, and it has been assumed that three-phase KRG and KRW are only function of their own saturation. With this software, these difficulties or assumption has been lifted. Near future solution prepared by MSF-MAKER is the ability to match three-phase cap pressure data and ability to generate three-phase cap pressure data even from input of two-phase data. Conclusion from the analysis of 15 data, we have analyzed 15 data that we found from the references, public references, starting with data of Leverett and Lewis 1941 until data of CAO CDIX 2011. 15 data. Okay. From this analysis, the conclusion is that the software is able to interpolate or generate KR values for any SG and SW saturation in the two-phase and three-phase region. Ability to use generated two-phase KR and PC curve to correctly and reversibly generate three-phase values. Okay. In order to accomplish tasks 2 above, the software has been programmed to generate the following two-phase data or curves. A. Two-phase data of KRO, GN and KRG. Two-phase data of KROW, KRW. B. Two-phase PCGO and two-phase PCOW. And C. Two-phase KR and PC measured along the residual oil saturation line. Okay. Data in A and B are currently performed in the lab. Okay. Data in C will likely be acquired in the lab on a routine basis in future, as hinted in reference 37. Okay. Module 2, when we run the software, will show that it can generate complete three-phase KRPC data for assumed or specified curve of data in C. Let's look at the input and output of the software in graphic form. A, if you have three-phase lab input data, here. Module 1 will fit the equation to your data and produce fitted three-phase data as well as two-phase data. Okay. And you can test this one. B, you use two-phase generated data to reversibly produce three-phase data. Okay. We will show you when we run the software. Okay, if you have two-phase data, you can use module 2 or module 3 to give you three-phase data as well as two-phase data. Okay. What does the software can do for you? If you have with it, you can generate accurate 3-phase and 3-phase complete KR and PC data from your routine or special co-analysis, either for your in-house purpose or for your clients. We claim that the software comes very close to a very good or in fact perfect software for the purpose of generating flow function. Okay. There may be no other software in the world that can match MSF-Maker's 3-phase KR and PC fitting and generating capability. Okay, this video is one of 2 parts. It ends here. We have prepared second part. You can search for it. And lastly, we thank you for watching this presentation, and we hope you will try our software. Thank you.